This is Devleena from Edgetown. Sorry, I don't think this assignment was meant to be a video one, but I decided to make one anyways. I am gonna write up a paragraph and send it to you as well, but I really wish I was in Cambridge taking the class with all of you right now, physically being present there, but well, I work in Houston, so I could not be there. So I, I think the least I can do to be present there as much as possible. Maybe not in person, but virtually as much as possible. That's what I'm trying to do. So bear with me as I try to work through these video assignments. So what we're talking about today is organizational behavior. What is organizational behavior, and how does that help organizations? How does that help any company that we work for? So according to me, and I'm sorry, I did look up a few resources. I did also glimpse into the book that we have for this course, and I think what they're defining it is a group of people who have common goals, and they regularly and consistently work together to achieve those goals. According to me, organizational behavior would be if a few people are working together, how they act and react with each other, and how that affects their goals or how they achieve those goals is probably a broad definition of organizational behavior. Why do we want to learn about that, and how does that help organizations? Well, we can have as many technical skills as we want, but well, we can all agree that people makes the biggest part of any company, any business, any organization. If you don't understand people, if you don't get along with people, if you don't like to interact with people, if you don't have your people skills in place, it's very hard not only to be a manager, but it's also very hard to work in a setting, any kind of setting, because there are probably only a limited number of careers where you don't have to interact with people. So it always helps. It is kind of knowing people's psychology. I believe, to me, a broad part of organizational behavior is psychology, the education of psychology. So that's why organizations need that. If you have to lead a team, if you have to be a manager and achieve your organization's goals and get a group of people, your team, to achieve those goals, because you cannot really win the world alone. You need your team of Avengers to do that. So in order to do that, it's very important to understand people, and that's where these skills come in. In my company, I work for Academy Sports and Outdoors as a project manager. It was in the news, guys might have heard about it. End of January, we had a reorg that happened in the company. We had an IT information technology team of about 300 people. 170 of them were let go, and new people were hired ever since. But at that point, we only had 130 left in that entire organization of 300 people within IT only. That was probably one of the places where our company really used organizational behavior to control, to really understand what's gonna motivate people going forward. Because if you are in one of those 130 people and you just saw that 170 of your co-workers were let go, motivation levels, everything was pretty down then. I was actually part of one of the teams that were put together then. We called it the Change Champions, because it was a big organizational change. And this is exactly what we did, starting February until about mid-April, kind of feeling the pulse of the people that remained, feeling their sense, their motivation, their morale, and trying to gauge what we can do to uplift that, because we felt, okay, morale is at an all-time low. There's nothing, I mean, there's nothing we can do to make it even lower. Now, only thing that's going to happen from now, that we can make it more positive, we can make it, we can bring it higher up. And how can we do that? What are the things that we can do? So I didn't know that I'm going to be studying organizational behavior and I'm going to be studying these skills formally, but I think that's what we did at that point, from February to mid-April, and it falls right into place because we already did this, and now I'm studying this formally. So I might be wrong because I haven't studied this formally before, but according to me, that's when our company used the principles of organizational behavior, and which is why it's important for every company. I would also like to add, it's not just for companies. I think these principles can be used by families, principles can be used by any business, anywhere a group of people, not necessarily in corporate, anywhere a group of people get together and decide to work together for common goals. Well, that was my 2 cents about organizational behavior and how we can use it. Hopefully this helps, and I'm really excited to know more about what everyone else has to share. Well, thank you so much. You have a good